Guys, it's Christine. Hope you're awake and ready to flow. Thanks for taking time out of your day to come flow with me. We're going to get started here in just a moment on our mats. Ooh, I got some announcements to make for you, some big ones, so stay tuned. And then we'll get started in just a moment. Grab a mat, grab some water, whatever you need to get through your day and your flow. And then we'll be starting in just a second. Let me flip this around and get this camera all set up. Trying a different angle today in my house. Oh gosh. This camera stand is like very intense, everyone. So thanks for being patient. It also is like way at a weird angle today. Hopefully I don't make you too motion sick. During this time. And then once we get this settled in, I think I'm maxed out backing up space in my house. I'm literally almost to the wall. All right, friends, a few announcements while we get this thing online and ready to go. One big announcement is a pretty, as a Larry David Curb Your Enthusiasm reference, big deal. So I don't trip and eat it on my mat. Next week, we're going to be starting Mind Body Live. So no more YouTube classes starting next week. That's the second week of August, third week of August. I don't know how many weeks it's been of August. So yeah, we're going to be starting Mind Body Live. That means that you sign up ahead of time and you log in on time to take the class with us, but it's more interactive. You get to talk to us. We get to talk to you. You can hear our music because there's no YouTube restrictions with that. Woohoo! So it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be much more interactive, like taking a normal class in person rather than just watching a YouTube video, which I am very excited for. So yeah, next week we're starting Mind Body Live. You just sign up through the Black Swan website like you're gonna take a class in person. And it just sends you a link about 30 minutes before the class or so. And I'm going to be teaching Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7:15 a.m. Now, I know that's early. I have to work during the day, so I had to do it before work, but it's worth it. I promise. If you take a class with me, you'll feel really good, ready to start your day. And if you wake up and you're just like start moving at 7:15, the rest of the day is yours to do whatever the heck you want with. You already did your yoga. That's great. So yeah, that's happening. And then this Friday, the 14th of August, I believe, we have a 7 p.m. class of Yoga Nidra with Todd. If you don't know Yoga Nidra, you're going to pretty much just fall asleep. It's going to be amazing. Like, that's it. It's the most amazing yoga ever. Yoga Nidra is gorgeous. So if you have a chance, take that class. That's a special workshop with Todd. Details through our website, blackswanyoga.com. And I believe it's under the Austin page. That would be because we're the local Austin teachers. And then if you want music today, I have a playlist on Apple Music. I have a ton of playlists on Apple Music. Let me restate that. I have like 30 just under my Yoga BSY playlist. And then I have all these WGHY yoga playlists as well, probably another good 20. So I probably have like 50 to 60 playlists for yoga that you can listen to. Knock yourself out on those. They're all publicly posted under my handle at Yogi DLT. That's also my Instagram handle too. And that's really it. We're going to give this a couple more minutes. I'm going to refresh the page for blackswanyoga.com for the live stream. And then you'll all be with us. So I'm going to leave that up there. I hope you can see that. We're about to find out. All right, my friends. Sweet. So getting started here in just like a minute or two. Heads up in full disclosure, there are 2 dogs on the other side of that sofa. So if they just like pop in at any time, This is part of doing yoga at home. The dogs will probably step on my mat. They'll probably step on top of my stomach when I'm in Shavasana. You know the drill. Animals love to do that, whether you're cats or dogs or any other type of animal. They'll probably bug you as soon as you hit the ground level. So yeah, just a heads up. All right, give it another moment or two. Let me adjust this camera because it seems to be cutting off my head as very typical. Now, there is a wall option today if you want to do some handstand kickups. So you can have a wall nearby if that's something that you desire, go for it. I'm going to make sure that my whole mat is in the shot. And then I want to make sure that my head is in the shot. This is so weird. I know. I'm like looking at my computer, make sure you can see me. I'm excited to get that Mind Body Live that's starting next week so that this doesn't happen. All right, I'm going to move this mala off from around my neck because guaranteed I will probably step on my mala at some point. And if it's around my wrist, it'll just probably make a lot of noise because I have very heavy stones on here. All right, that being said, you can have a mala for meditation at the end. I love a good mala meditation. It is very nice to have a mantra meditation. If you don't have a mala, don't stress. You can just meditate. I'll guide you through that. We'll have a little meditation at the beginning and the end of our practice. And there's going to be a lot of options for how you meditate. Let's get started, yogis. Hopefully you heard the announcements about us going on Mind Body Live next week and about Todd's Yoga Nidra class. Gotta love Todd. He's amazing. Also, that guy can do handstands for like days. Okay. Today for our practice, just like every day for our practice and any of my classes, I always say the same kind of spiel. Do what you want to do, skip what you want to skip. You don't have to do anything or everything. You can skip any and all vinyasas. Every pose is optional. Everything is optional except for breathing. I mean, you're here and you're going to be breathing, and that's it. Yoga is not always movement asana. There are many parts to yoga, and that is just one small fraction of the whole thing. So please, please, please do what you want to do, skip what you want to skip. I'm glad you're here today. I am glad you're taking time. You're carving out time from your day. You're taking time for yourself. This is so hard to do when our lives of work are melding with our lives at home. And I am really honored and happy that you're here and taking this time for yourself. It really helps when you do take time for yourself. It doesn't have to be as often as it used to be necessarily. I know it's a little bit harder sometimes to make it to our mat than it used to be in our normal day-to-day lives, but you're taking time right now, and that's most important. So pat on the back to you physically or in your mind. You did it. Anything that happens after this is just extra. It's just benefits, bonuses, all the good stuff. That being said, we're going to start either crisscross applesauce in a seat, and you could sit on a block or a pillow or a meditative cushion, or you could just sit your little booty down to the earth. That's a great place to start. Now you can stay seated, or if this is really bothering you to sit up, it's like, oh, this just does not feel good on my back. Things are just not happening today for me. Let the earth support your back, and you can just take the soles of your feet together for a recline butterfly and lay on down to the earth and bring one hand to heart, one hand to belly. Now, this is just one option, but this is the option I'm going to start in is a crisscross applesauce spot. I feel like my house is very dark looking. I'm realizing, so I'm going to turn on some lights. But start to close your eyes, sit up nice and tall. Inhale, crown your head up towards the sky, shoulders roll. Taking some time to breathe and move. Noticing where you are at in this stretch. So our right hand is planted down, our left arm is reaching up and overhead. Let's switch it out. Drop the left hand down, reach the right arm up and over. Oh man, I think because I have my eyes closed, you guys missed the whole meditation that we just did. Well, that is a bummer, but again, another reason why I'm glad we are moving from YouTube to Mind Body Live. It won't happen like this. Inhale, sweep your arms up high towards the sky. Cactus your heart open, big back bend. Inhale, arms reach up. Palms come back down through heart center. If you missed our meditation, here's a chance, another chance for it. Set an intention, a sankalpa, a purpose behind your breath, something that adds meaning to each movement, to each breath, that adds depth to our practice. An intention can be a dedication, it can be a mantra or a word, it can be a dedication to ourselves too. Taking your time to set that intention, or if you already set one, revisiting it. Take the biggest breath in yet, the biggest breath of the day. Fill up to the crown of your head. Extra sip of air in at the top. Big open mouth sigh. Share out that intention. Remembering the community that we are still connected with, even at a distance. There's still others breathing and moving with us right now. Swim your arms up towards the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Reach your hands forward as you let your head hang. You might be able to touch your head to the earth, or might not. Just let your head hang. Maybe a little bit of sway left and right. Feel the stretch into the spine, into the back. This is a nice, gentle stretch. Letting the crown of the head hang heavy towards the earth. Two more rounds of breath here. Really let yourself ground down. Let your palms feel rooted to the earth. Let your body release any excess energy out through the palms. One more deep breath in. Exhale, rise back up. We're going to roll over our uh, knees to our tabletop position. Speaking is very difficult apparently because I got distracted with the internet connection or something, or YouTube kicking me off. But wrists under your shoulders, knees under hips. Take a cat cow. Inhale, lift tailbone and gaze up. Exhale, round and hollow. Press your ribs while you're in this cat-like back, left and right. Left and right. Keep that rounded spine as you press your ribs left and right. Feel that stretch into your back. And then come back through center. Take a cat cow. Again, lift tailbone and gaze up. Let the belly fall. Exhale, round and hollow out your spine. Gaze up and in towards your navel. Press the earth away with your palms. Good. Inhale, lift tailbone and gaze up. Exhale, round and hollow out. Inhale, lift tailbone and gaze up. Exhale, round and hollow. Holding this rounded back. Again, press your ribs to the left and to the right. A few more times. Find that movement. Welcome it into the hips even a little bit. Hips and ribs, press left, press right. And then find some stillness, come back to a neutral tabletop. Let's prepare our wrists for practice. So we're gonna have our palm face up, fingers back towards the knee. It doesn't matter which palm you start on or which wrist. I'm doing my right hand because I'm right-handed, and that's just kind of where I go first. If you're left-handed and that's what you did first, go for it. There's no difference. We're gonna move forwards and backwards. We're gonna get to both sides, so no stress. If you feels good to move forwards and backwards, if not, just stay still. Just an optional movement, a little movement into the wrist, very small, very minute. Before the palm comes down and the fingers still face back towards the knee. This is a stretch for the forearm and the wrist. So you could lift up so that your fingers are still rooted to the mat, but the palm kind of lifts up. That's an option here. You don't have to go for this movement. Again, you can stay still. Good. Let's bring our hand back to neutral. And let's face our palm up, fingers back towards our knee on the other hand. We're switching out sides. I told you we're going to get to both, so it doesn't matter which side you start with. You can add that forwards and backwards motion. It might be really small. It might be bigger for you, just depending on the flexibility and the strength of your wrists. I promise they build up over time though. Palm faces down, fingers back towards the knee, maybe a little bit of forwards and backwards motion. Softening the jaw. Taking some time to bring your palm back to neutral. Great. Now let's tuck our toes, sit back towards our heels, Yogi Toe Stretch. Now, if this feels pretty intense to your feet, that's very normal. You're stretching into the fascia, that tissue in your feet. So we call it fire toes as a little nickname because you'll feel some heat release as that fascia, that tissue that surrounds the muscle, really stretches on the base of our feet. Now, taking some time to roll into the neck. You can roll right ear over towards right shoulder, chin towards chest, left ear over towards left shoulder. Good. Come back through. Chin towards chest, right ear, right shoulder. Good. Chin towards chest, left ear, left shoulder. And then come back through center. Maybe add a full roll into the neck or some rocks forwards and backwards. And then when you're ready, one more breath in. Exhale, place your palms down to the earth and then tap the tops of your feet down. Let it go from your feet. Oof. Nice, yogis. Let's take some time to tuck our toes and lift our hips high to the sky. Pedal it out left and right, left and right. March into your knees, pedal into your legs, whatever feels good for you. Lifting high on the tippy toes, it might feel nice to let both heels fall over to the right. Bending into those knees, getting a nice stretch to the left armpit, the left ribs. Inhale, come back through center, then heels drop over to the left. Bending those knees, really not stretch into those intercostal muscles along the right side ribs and moving up and underneath the armpit, maybe into the triceps. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, heels melt down. Head little shake, yes and no. Good. Let's start to just warm up our body. So we're gonna walk our hands towards the back of our mat. We're gonna take a rag doll first, or any fold that you would like. You can take a bind if that serves you. I just like bending my knees really generously so belly and thighs come close to touching or make contact. And I just can hang out upside down, let my head hang heavy. You're bending your knees really generously so that you are really supporting yourself and mostly just stretching into the low back. You're mostly just stretching all the way along the length of the spine, including into your cervical spine, which is your neck. You can take a deeper twist here or a deeper stretch if you'd want. One more deep breath in. Exhale, release your fingers to your shins. Inhale, halfway lift. Good. Exhale, forward fold. Let's find that halfway lift once again, and we're going to work on some form with it. So I'm going to turn to the side so you can see my halfway lift. So on the inhale, we anchor our fingers to our shins and we lengthen the crown of our head forward. That means our gaze is straight down. That means I have a micro bend in my knees. I'm not locking them out and pressing them back behind me. I'm keeping a micro bend. And I have a nice flat back. Now, to encourage a flatter back, I pull my navel in towards my spine. I engage my core so that it engages my back. Shoulders down the back. And then I shift some weight towards the toes and away from the heels. Exhale, fold it on down. That was a great half lift. If you followed all of those cues, I'm sure you did great. Inhale, root and rise, reach high towards the sky. Urdhva. Still cactus your heart open, big back bend. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, open twist, right arm back, left arm forward. Keep that right hip point squared to the top of the mat. Inhale, come back through center, left arm back, right arm forward. Keep that left hip point square to the front of the mat. Inhale, arms go high. Exhale, swan dive forward, fold, let it go. Bend those knees all the way down if you can. Protect them. When you're ready, inhale, find that halfway lift, another chance to practice. Weight towards the toes, gaze straight down. Exhale, forward, fold. Walk your hands forward, top of a push-up, high plank pose. From this high plank pose, bend your knees, push your booty back towards your heels, find that active child's hover. Push yourself forward, high plank pose, lower halfway chaturanga, elbows in towards the ribs. Inhale, look up, up dog. Exhale, roll over the toes to down dog. Settle back in with your breath into your down dog. And then notice how that feels to move for a moment. How does it feel to have the blood flowing through your body, your heart beating a little bit faster than maybe it normally does? What are you noticing going on in your mind and your breath? Are you thinking this is uncomfortable, I can't do this? Or are you thinking, man, this feels really good right now? No judgment to whatever you're thinking, but bring your mind back to your breath. Just say, how am I breathing right now? Inhales and exhales. Let's go for that again. We're going to walk our hands back towards our feet at the back of the mat. Good. Inhale, find that halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. You're going to take a round of this on your own in just a moment. Inhale, lift all the way up, sweep your arms up high. Exhale, cactus your heart open. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, open, twist right arm back, left arm forward. Inhale, arms sweep high. Left arm back, right arm forward. Hips stay square. Inhale, arms go high. Exhale, swan dive with bent knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold and walk it forward, high plank pose. Bend those knees to hover, booty back towards the heels, active child's. Push it forward, high plank pose, lower halfway. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, roll over the toes, down dog. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through that one more time together as a collective, and then I'm gonna stop talking and just let you move on your own through 1 to 2 of those, whatever you feel like doing. Okay, I just wanna give you some time to flow and move in your own body today, which we don't often get time to do, especially these days. All right, so just taking your time to take a deep breath in, big open mouth sigh, let go of expectations. Beautiful, yogis. Another full breath in. On the exhale, walk your hands to the back of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root and rise. Exhale, cactus your heart open. Inhale, arms go high. Exhale, open, twist right arm back, left arm forward, keep your hips square. Inhale, arms go high to the sky. Left arm back, right arm forward, hips stay square. Inhale, arms go high. Exhale, swan dive with bent knees as much as you need. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, walk your hands toward top of a push-up. Bend the knees, hover hips back towards the heels, active child's. Push forward, high plank, chaturanga, up dog to down dog on the exhale. Check in with yourself, notice how you're feeling. And a steady breath out. Next 1 to 2 rounds, you take as long as you like or on your own. I'm going to keep flowing too so you can see where you're at. But if you forget what to do, don't stress. Just make up your own thing. No one cares. Just focus on you. Take a big breath in, fill up. Open up your mouth. Let go of any expectations. Sigh it out. Beautiful. One more breath in. And on the exhale, start moving like you. Keep connected with breath and movement. Enjoy this flow. Enjoy whatever is feeling good for your body. You can do 1 to 2 sets. If you want a child's pose instead of doing a second set, go for it. Know your own body. Check in with your breath. We're all going to meet in a child's pose. So take your time. You can have knees together to stretch into the back or knees towards the edges of the mat. But that's where we're all going to meet up. Forehead down to the earth. Notice how you're feeling. Notice the beat of your heart, your breath. Bring yourself back to center here. And then when you're ready, begin to tuck the toes. Let's lift our hips high to sky. Down dog once again. This time, lift high onto the tippy toes. Take your time to make it to the top of the mat. You might keep the palms rooted down and the legs straight. High on those tippy toes like you're wearing the tallest high heels on earth. And then you just take one little tippy toe in front of the other to make it really challenging, especially as you get to the top. It should feel darn near impossible. All right, once you arrive at the top, take a deeper fold. Maybe grab onto the backs of the calves. Maybe peace fingers to big toes. Maybe Pada Hastasana, sliding hands underneath the feet. Palms face the soles of the foot. Another full breath in. No need to straighten the legs. It's all good. When you're ready on the next inhale, release your fingers to your shins, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root and rise, reach high towards the sky. Exhale, sit low, chair pose. Here we go. Toes together, heels slightly apart. Create that little pie wedge. So your toes are touching, but your heels are slightly apart. Good. Sitting low into your chair. Just a little bit lower. A little bit lower. Good. How calmly can you breathe here? 2 more rounds of breath. 1 more deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold, release it on down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold and flow. We'll meet back in down dog. Any journey you want to take. Do you want to take that active child? Forward to high plank, to chaturanga, to up dog, or do you want to skip any and all vinyasas? Take a child's pose. It's all there for you. But when you arrive, lift that right leg high towards the sky. Bend your knee, stack your hip open. Knee circles you can draw, or you could flip it over for a wild thing. Have some fun with it. Good. Lifting that belly button high towards the sky. We meet back around in our 3-legged dog with control. Exhale, knee in towards nose. Shift it forward. Inhale, kick it up. Knee over towards our right elbow. Lift that knee up towards your armpit and then kick it up. Good. Knee in towards the nose. Step that foot forward and through. Anjane, lower your left knee down. Anjaneyasana. Arms sweep high. Beautiful, yogis. Come back to your breath. We've been moving a lot. And if you've been talking, you tend to lose your breath really fast on it too, maybe. You can bring hands into heart center. That feels better for balance or for your shoulders. Or you can keep your arms high overhead. Your choice. Just settling in, feeling that left hip flexor really stretch and find length. Maybe sitting a little bit more into that right knee, but also feeling rooted and firm down into that right foot. So you're not collapsing forward. You're really controlling your hips from their stretch. Good. 1 more deep breath in. Exhale, lower your hands down, straighten out your front right leg, toes flex up towards the sky, half splits. Bow and fold down over that right leg. Give your head a little shake, yes and no. Remind it to relax. Fold on in. Your knee can be as bent or as not bent as you'd like it to be. Just mindful not to completely lock out the leg. That's not so good for our knees. Now, I have heard that knees are quite expensive. So, you might want to protect your knees. We only tend to get 1 free pair per lifetime. So let's enjoy these ones where we got them. And if anything ever doesn't feel good, if you feel pain in a yoga class, skip that pose, modify that pose. Pain is not good. Discomfort is a whole nother thing. We lean into discomfort, but we do not want to feel pain. 1 more deep breath in. Exhale, re-bend into this front right knee. Tuck your back left toes. Lift the left knee up. Right arm also reaches high towards the sky. An easy twist. Turn all 10 toes over to the right side. So you're on the razor edge of that back left foot. Your right toes are also facing towards the right. Hand reaches towards the back of the mat as the hips lower and hover. Inhale, horizon reach, reach long overhead. Exhale, horizon dip. Inhale, horizon reach. Exhale, horizon dip. Inhale, horizon reach. Exhale, horizon dip. One more of those. Inhale, horizon reach. Exhale, horizon dip. Here we come around. Both hands to the inside of the right foot. Wiggle that right foot out a little bit wider. We're in a lizard lunge. Maybe I should have called this like a hip stretch flow because it really is. We're really getting in our hips today. Hello, left hip flexor once again. Hello, right inner thigh, right hip. Wherever you're feeling this. We're very active though. We're off. Maybe you can start to wiggle this right foot out a little bit wider until you can lift it up. And with control, kick it back. Three-legged. From there, any vinyasa you want. Do you want a one-legged vinyasa? Both feet to the mat though for up dog. And we'll meet back in down dog. Your choice to how to get there. You can always just step that right foot down and be back in your down dog. Doesn't matter if you're taking the express route or the scenic route, as long as we all end up in the same spot of down dog. All right, when you're ready, taking your time to hop, step, float to the top of the mat. I can't talk today. Make it to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root and rise. Sit low, chair pose, Utkatasana chair pose, awkward and fierce pose. If you know me, you're probably like, Christine, you can't talk every day. What's new? Words are not my strong area. It's a little bit lower. Breathe in. Nice and calm. Another full breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Let it go. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, take a vinyasa. Go straight back to down dog. Anything you want to get there. I'm taking the express route personally. What are you taking? Notice. Most importantly, are we listening to our bodies? All right, yogis, taking your time, sweep that left leg high, bend your knees, stack your hip, draw some knee circles if that feels good, or flip it over to your wild thing. With control, lift your belly button up towards the sky. Good. We'll make it around three-legged dog, left leg high. Exhale, knee in towards nose, shift it forward. Inhale, kick it up. Knee over towards your left elbow. Lift it up towards the armpit, and then kick it up. Good. Knee in towards nose. Flex your foot, step it through. Lower your right knee down, sweep your arms up high, Anjaneyasana, the low crescent lunge. Hello, right hip flexor. Sitting a little bit lower if you can to soften, but you're still very strong and rooted into this left foot. You're still really keeping your knee over the left foot, the left heel. And you're still staying strong in your upper body. You're not collapsing. So even if hands are in the heart center, you're still sitting up nice and tall. Good, yogis. Another calm breath in and breath out. Really slow everything down. Another full breath in. Exhale, bring your hands down to frame your front left foot. Half splits, flex your left toes up towards the sky. Good, maybe you wiggle that heel a little bit further forward and you just start to bow over that left leg. If you can keep your knee bent and you could just stay halfway lifted the whole time. You could stay high up, your hands could be to books or blocks. It's how your anatomy is working with you today. It's not about adding or assigning any meaning to the shape. Remember, the meaning comes from our intention of our breath and our practice, our dedication, that mantra, whatever it was that we set at the beginning of our practice. That's what adds meaning to our poses. Being able to touch your toes doesn't give you meaning. Being able to hold the most advanced form of a yoga pose doesn't mean it has meaning. It's what we put behind our breath. It's what we're thinking of. One more full breath in. Exhale, re-bend into this front left knee. Tuck your right toes, lift your knee up. Easy twist, left arm goes high to sky. Turn all 10 toes over to the left. Good. Reach your hand back, horizon dip. Lower the hips to hover. Inhale, horizon reach. Exhale, horizon dip. Inhale, horizon reach. Exhale, horizon dip. Inhale, horizon reach. Exhale, horizon dip. Here's one last one. Inhale, horizon reach. Exhale, horizon dip. Both hands come to the inside of our left foot. Maybe wiggle our left foot out a little bit wider for a wider lizard stance. Now our right knee is lifted, so we're active. We should really feel that stretch into that right hip flexor here. It might feel different than I did earlier in our Anjaneyasana. Notice, observe, gather that information, that data. And then when you're ready, really press your palms into the mat. Start to maybe hover that left foot and then kick it up to three-legged from the belly. Take maybe a one-legged vinyasa or no vinyasa, your choice here. Come back to your breath. All right, yogis, we're going to add on to that little flow. And then that's going to be it for our main movement. And we're going to slow things down and ground it down. You got this, yogis. Take a deep breath in, fill up. Let go of some heat, some expectation, whatever it might be. Good. When you're ready, hop, step, flow, travel to the top of the mat on the exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root and rise, reach high. Sit low, chair pose. Hands into heart center or hands overhead, your choice. Now we're gonna do some balancing, so I'm gonna bring my hands into heart center. I know my balance is a little bit iffy today. Shift weight into your right foot. Hover the left foot off the earth. Good, you're just barely hovering the left foot. So just like an inch or so over the earth. Whew. Nice. Can you start to peel that left heel in towards your booty, towards your glute for a little hamstring curl? Lower to hover. Keep that left foot hovering the whole time. Again, a little hamstring curl. Left foot comes back to hover. One more. Hamstring curl control. Let it hover for another breath in. Exhale, step the left foot down, but stay in that chair. One more deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold, release. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, we'll make our way back to down dog. Any journey that you take to get there. Nice, yogis. Taking your time to make it back to your down dog. And then immediately sweep your right leg high. Exhale, right knee in towards nose. Flex your foot, step it through. Easy twist, peel your right arm up towards the sky. Tent up onto those left fingertips. Maybe even hover the left hand off the earth. Oh yeah. When you're ready, rise up, open, twist in your high lunge. You got it, yogis. Arms sweep high, high crescent. Square your heart forward. Exhale, cactus your heart open. Lift your gaze. Nice. Inhale, arms sweep high. Hinge your heart forward as your arms also reach forward. Exhale, swim your arms back. Palms facing down, pinkies in, thumbs out. Lightning warrior is what we're going to call this pose. Your belly is lifted. We're trying to lift as high as it can and away from that top thigh. Inhale, swim your arms forward, rise up, high crescent. Exhale, hinge, swim your arms back, lightning warrior. Good, swim your arms forward, rise up, high crescent. Last one, hinge your arms and then swim them back. Start to shift weight into that right foot as you lift off your back left toes. Warrior three, balance on that right foot. Keeping your gaze down, finding a drishti, a focal point for balance. You got it, yogis. 2 more rounds of patient breath. If you fall, get back into it. You got to add a little smile or a laugh. It helps. When you're ready, we're going to meet in our high crescent lunge. Yes, we're going to reverse it. Open twist. Left hand hovers. Keep it hovering. One more breath in. Exhale, lower that left hand down. Right hand lowers. Take any journey back to down dog that you would like. Any vinyasa, any journey, we will meet back in down dog. Whew. You got it, yogis. You're doing awesome. This is our last side. On your next exhale, when you're ready, Hop, step, float, travel to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root and rise. Sit low, chair pose. Palms come into heart center for balance if you want it. All right, start to shift the weight into the left foot. Hover the right. Oh yeah, that right foot's barely hovering here. Hamstring curl, heel in towards glutes. Hover the right foot. Again, a hamstring curl, heel in towards our glute. Hover the foot one more time. Oh yeah, you gotta hover that foot for another breath in. On the exhale, step it down. Sit into your chair for another round of breath. Exhale, forward fold, release it. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, take your journey to get back to down dog, whatever that might be. You could take a vinyasa or skip it, your choice. But once you get there, your left leg goes high. Exhale, knee in towards nose. Step your foot forward and through. Easy twist. Left arm reaches to the sky. Tent up onto those right fingertips. Maybe you start to hover them before you rise up. Open twist. You got it, yogis. Nice. Swim your arms high to the sky. Square your heart forward. Exhale, cactus, your heart open, back bend. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hinge your heart forward, hinge your arms. Swimming back, lightning warrior. Arms swim forward, high crescent. Oh yeah, you got this, yogi. Stay strong in your legs. Hinge your heart. Swim your arms back. Arms swim forward, high crescent. Arms swim forward. This is the last round, that lightning warrior. When you're ready, launch onto that left foot. Lift off those back right toes. Right toes stay flexed to the earth. Stay strong. Find that drishti, that focal point, the thing that's not moving on the ground that you can stare at. If you fall, just laugh a little bit and get back into it. Yogis, you got 2 more rounds of breath. One more breath in. On the exhale, we meet in our high crescent lunge. You know where we're going. We're reversing it. Open twist. Hover that right hand. Stay with it for a breath in. Exhale, lower that hand down. Nice. Lower your left hand down. Take a vinyasa or don't. We'll meet back in down dog. Whew. You guys are awesome. You made it through our main sequence of our flow. When you're ready, sweep that right leg high. Let's go. Good. Right knee to right elbow. Can you lift that knee towards the armpit? Flex the foot. Step it outside the right pinky, the right hand. Lizard lunge. Lower that left knee down. Now you can fold it down for your lizard if you want. You can stay active. Or if you want a quad stretch, keep that left palm planted. Reach that right arm high to the sky as you grab for that back right foot. Left foot, left foot. I know what foot I'm touching right now. That's my left foot. All right. You might roll to the razor edge of your right foot to create that knee rolling open, a little bit more hip opening. That can create accessibility, whereas this quad stretch might not be happening. Or you can just fold it into your lizard and just stay right there. Some people use a strap to grab for their back foot. If that works for you, go for it. One more breath in. Exhale, gently release your left foot down. Bring your right hand back to the inside of your foot. Good. Can we start to wiggle this right knee behind our right wrist for half pigeon pose? Foot goes over to the left side, and we just scoot that left leg back behind us. Now, do me a favor. Take a peek at that back left foot. Make sure it's not sickled in. Make sure it's pointing straight back. Find your balance. And then when you're ready, start to fold it on down. Letting your heart bow down. Letting your head fold and rest down. Allowing yourself to breathe a little bit slower. Allow yourself to just rest and fold down and fold in here. Softening top teeth and bottom teeth apart. Noticing your breath. Just maybe count the inhales and exhales without judgment. Just notice and observe. You could work on slowing it down if that's something you'd like to work on, but it's not necessary. All right, yogis, taking your time on your next exhale, press your way back up to your palms. Oof. Sit over towards that right side of your body. And let's bring our leg to the top left corner of our mat. Down your Shavasana, our separate leg stretch. So right foot to inside of left thigh, arms sweep high, turn towards your left leg and then hinge forward. Grabbing for that left calf, ankle, or foot. Knee is as bent as you'd like. And remember, friends, always remember, it doesn't matter if you can touch your toes. You are still an awesome person. In fact, people who probably can touch their toes still cut people off in traffic. I'm not going to say that there's anyone in particular that sometimes gets a little road ragey on the road, but doesn't mean anything if you can touch your toes. Inhale, rise up, stargazer. Plant your right hand behind your sit bone, left hand swims around. Lift your heart up as your head falls back. Exhale, lower your sit bones down. Hug both knees in, a little rock up and down. Have some fun, find some momentum. We'll meet in down dog. Maybe you cross the ankles and you hop your way back. Maybe you take a vinyasa. Maybe you just kick your feet off to the side and then come around to a down dog. Your choice how to get there. But then once you do, let's sweep that left leg high. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Lift it up towards the armpit. Flex the foot and then step it outside of the left pinky. Good. Lower your right knee down and find whatever form of lizard you would like on this side as well. I'm again going to go for the quad stretch. So my right palm's planted. Left arm reaches up and over for my back right foot. I got the right foot this time. No pun intended there at the two rights. And then just breathe into the stretch best you can. Something to be mindful of, if you tend to hyperextend and lock out your elbow pretty easily because you're ultra flexible in your elbows and shoulders like I am, add a little micro bend to that elbow. Always. It doesn't matter if you're in down dog or any kind of posture. You always want to micro bend your elbow. That'll create some longevity in your practice, take less strain out of the elbow. One more breath in. Exhale, gently release. We're all going to find our palms down to the earth. And we're going to wiggle this left knee behind our left wrist. Foot goes over towards the right edge of our mat. We're going to take a peek back at our right foot. It's straight back behind us. We have balance between the two sides. So we can start to fold it down into our half pigeon pose. You can always tuck something underneath the gap. Maybe it's between your glute and the earth, or not. It's up to you. Couple more rounds of breath, just really being present here in this posture. Noticing how it feels for us in our body. What little muscles can we let go of and soften? That much more to just let ourselves really, truly be here. Yogis, we have a couple more rounds of breath in this posture. Taking a deep breath in and a breath out. One more full breath in, fill up. Exhale, press your way back up to your palms, sit over towards that left cheek. Take your time though to swing that right leg up and around. If you're like me, this left side of my body just is like, woo, that's tough. All right, foot to the inside of the thigh, sweep your arms up high, turn towards that right leg, hinge, grabbing for calf, ankle, foot. And again, it does not matter if you can touch your toes or not. Bowing and folding over that right leg. One more full breath in. Exhale, rise back up. Left hand plants, right arm swims around, stargazer. Exhale, take your time lowering down. Feet to the top of the mat, arms reach forward, tuck your chin in towards your chest, and then take your time to make your way nice and slow all the way down. All the way down. The slower you go, the more core work you're going to add in there. Maybe hover the feet. And then when you're ready, lay it all the way down. If you'd like any closing postures, maybe a happy baby or a supine twist, you're welcome to add that in. I'm just going to let us take up some space and find our Shavasana. And friends, I will let you know when it's time to reawaken. So just begin to let your body relax, your eyelids close, your body be soft and relaxed. Yogis, when you feel ready to reawaken, begin to deepen the breath, maybe letting go of a gentle sigh. Eventually moving into your physical body with small movement. It might just be rubbing the pad of your thumbs along the pad of each finger. Might be movements into fingers and toes or ankles and wrists. Before reaching your arms long overhead, a nice good morning stretch. Option to hook the thumbs, get that shoulder stretch in there too. Exhale, hug the knees in towards the chest. Give them a big squeeze before rocking to your right or left side for fetal position. Keeping the eyes closed. Maybe sit in that comfortable cross-legged seat. Palms can rest to your knees or palms back to heart center. Honoring the ceremony of closing out our practice, our physical movement to asana, as well as our pranayama, our breath work, our intention that we add behind it. All leads up to those moments in Shavasana, that meditation space, that stillness that we can cultivate. But also Shavasana, meaning corpse pose, the death and the closing of our practice. Whatever's happened before we've stepped onto our mat, and even what happened when we were on our mat, it's all just sealed off. We're starting fresh, we're starting new, which is why we roll into our fetal position, a rebirth or a reawakening. So it makes sense as we're reborn and we're reawakening to close our practice with a welcome and with a greeting. So I greet you as you are reawakening and reborn with the words, Namaste. Thanks, folks. I appreciate your patience with technology. I don't know what happened at the beginning during my nice seated meditation, but it happened. Um, if you like to donate, please donate at blackswanyoga.com under Austin. Any of the donations you make to us Austin yoga teachers is amazing. We appreciate it. They definitely help us out a lot. So little donations all add up, and we truly appreciate it. If you are also tuning in and you take my class before, you know about my dog Zoe, and she's somewhere around here. Miss Zozo, come here. Zoe, come here. She's sleeping. I'm waking her up off the sofa. Come here. Zoe, come here. Am I get Zoe or Caroline? Oh, I'm getting Caroline right now first. Hi, Caroline. Okay, so standing for Zoe today apparently is Caroline. Everyone, this is Caroline. Caroline, this is everyone. She's a little bit of a yoga dog too. Hello, Miss Caroline. Oh yes. All right. Well, I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you get to have some snuggles with the furry baby or a little moment of connection with somebody else out there in the world. And you're okay. I don't know. Caroline's just getting way in my face. All right. That's my armpit, Caroline. Bye, friends.